a Maroon 5 song comes on. He said, oh, this is like that Take Me Home to Meet Your Mom type shit. And then starts singing it to me like romantically in the car.
She's like, you should DM him. I was like, oh, he's got a private account.
Click. In a room full of people on ketamine and they're swinging guns around the room.
Okay.
Like...
Completely fucking obsessed with me. Hacked my old Instagram account to talk to me, and they actively still try to talk to me from that Instagram account.
Crazy. He looks at me. He goes, I have to tell you that I'm on parole. I said, oh, interesting.
What's going on, internet? Welcome back to Girls vs. World. Today, we are going to be talking about the lovely little holiday that is coming up at the end of this week. So I'm going to roll the intro music, and then we'll get into it. Welcome back, girls.
I was like,
you're like, what's happening?
What's happening?
I figured out like so many new things. I like finally added the intro music and like effect sounds and stuff to the MIDI pad.
Cute.
Yeah, on my actual audio interface.
That.
So it's great because now I can like hear everything and I don't have to edit all of that in post, which is fantastic.
That's awesome.
I love it.
This is my first time in the new area.
How do you think?
I love it. It looks so good. You did such a good job.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Nice and bright in here. Case, how you feeling today?
Good. How are we doing?
I'm doing all right. You guys want to open up a little banter box?
Yeah.
I know we talked to our own Instagram followings like a couple weeks ago, and we asked you guys what gives you the ick, and I had a unnecessary amount of responses. I don't know about you girls if you guys got some really good responses or not, but
I did get some good ones.
Yeah, I have like one or two that I can bring up. I'll tell one. I got the ick from fucking reading this shit.
Really?
Yeah, and it was basically like a whole thread of girls that all had the same like shared experiences with like this person who, and it was just like ick after ick after ick. But the consensus was, do you want me to share first?
Yeah.
The consensus was they would go on a date with this person, and he just like, even beforehand, he was just like really trying to sing to like all the girls, but he like doesn't sing well, right? So he would consistently be like, oh, can I sing for you? And then sing them a song, and then follow that up with like, out of like 1 through 10, like how much did you like that? How did you like it? And then like would be like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how attractive do you think I am? And that was like consistently like the same thing, the same experience every single girl had was like, also he would like send Snapchats of him like singing in the car, being like looking at his camera and being like,
no, that's an ick immediately. Anyone that takes a video of themselves like singing in a car, immediate ick.
Bad singing in the car, like not good either. And then he every single time would be like, oh, like rate me like 1 to 10. That was like his thing, like 1 to 10 rate me. Rate me on my singing, rate me on my looks. And then like, well, apparently like one of the people was like, well, what do you rate yourself? Oh, a 10.
Okay.
Immediately also an ick. Because, like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? Like, it's just fucking funky. So
I feel like I need to talk about the fact, I'm sure you've had this experience because, as you've said before, you've dated a couple musicians. I honestly, like, as much as we love, like, in movies to watch a guy sing to a girl while playing guitar, I am so fucking uncomfortable. Whether the shit is about me or not, like literally, like I'm like, aw. And then I realize that it's just the two of us and that's happening. And I'm like, I'm super uncomfortable. And it happens to me all the time because of Josh.
Oh, like he sings. Yeah, because he sings, right? He does like clean vocals. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Travis has like, I've heard him like clean vocal sing, but never at like a kind of moment. It's always like, the only time he's ever like serenaded me was like with a guitar.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't really get the ick from that. However, I will say, touching base on that, my own personal ick story. So one time I had a first date with someone, and I think I mentioned this before, but first of all, he took me to Taco Bell. Already, I'm like, okay, like whatever. Like, I'm not trying to judge, you know? I don't expect a lot. Yeah. I haven't had a lot of really good date experiences, but this was like the biggest time I've ever had the ick from somebody. He, while we're waiting in line, starts like doing push-ups against the counter. Like the counter that like you order at.
Get the fuck out of here.
And I'm like immediately like kind of like, okay, like what? And he was like, oh yeah, like I you know, I skipped the gym today, so I just wanted to
get the reps in, bro.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, like, please stop. And then after that, we ate in his car. Again, whatever. And then a Maroon 5 song comes on. And he's like, turns it up, and he's like, oh, this is like he said, oh, this is like that Take Me Home to Meet Your Mom type shit. And then starts singing it to me, like, romantically in the car. And I was like, I would really like it if you stopped.
I would like to actually escape.
I would really appreciate it if you actually took me home right now. Yeah. So that, it was just like immediately like I will never view you in a romantic way ever again. I actually don't even want to make eye contact with you anymore.
You want to know one of my icks?
In the face. Yeah.
One of my icks, and this was like specific to the town and like the area that I grew up in. The people that wanted so hard to be a rapper in your hometown.
Oh my God.
And like would post on SoundCloud and be like, repost it on their social media, be like, listen to my mixtape.
Like,
no,
like, not the listen to my mixtape.
Just no.
I will not
I'm
be
not
doing
tuning
that.
in. No, we're not doing this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to listen to my friend from science class talk about Glocks and fucking the hood.
Yes.
And we live in suburbia.
Yes.
Like, no, that's what
Yeah.
we're not gonna do.
God.
Immediately.
Oh my God. Unironically though, I love that persona. That's like one of my favorite like types of people.
Like SoundCloud rapper?
Yeah, because it's hysterical.
It is
Especially
like
a white dude, like SoundCloud rapper.
Great. It's great. No,
it's
four of them.
Like 5 monthly listeners, and it's like your mom, your dad, and your uncle, and then like a couple of classmates. Yeah, you're hysterical.
Every SoundCloud rapper I know also sells weed.
Yeah, so unserious. Probably gets caught too.
Lives with their mom, has a fucking mattress on the floor of their bedroom.
The mattress on the floor of the bedroom is an immediate red flag.
I'll tell you what, I had a mattress on the floor intentionally.
I have done it.
So did I.
If
Intentionally.
I did it intentionally with pallets under it. It looked cute.
Yeah, mine was just straight on the floor.
But like,
I didn't want to buy
to be fair,
a
I was
bed
broke
frame.
as fuck. But I
But
thought it
how
was
many
cute.
dudes that we know probably have a mattress on the floor without any sheets on it? Like,
Yeah, that's hard.
Like,
Like,
those
get
are-
a
can be
fucking box
grody,
spring
right?
under there at least. Put a box
Yeah.
Put
spring.
something under
Or even
it.
the top sheet is
Right.
fine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know what's actually a weird one that I just thought about right now? You guys know like the loose sheet that goes on top of like your fitted sheet?
Yes.
Do you guys ever feel like you're drowning when you sleep with those?
Oh, yeah, all the time. I like don't do well with those.
I fucking hate
Alex
them.
takes it every night. Like, I wake up and it's off me every night. Just the sheet, not the comforter.
Yeah.
Just the sheet under it
He
is
can
like
have it.
completely on him.
That sheet makes me feel like a fucking psycho. Like
Really?
I literally every time I have to sleep with one of those at like a hotel, I feel like I'm
I
fucking
never
drowning.
used one until I met Alex.
I can't stand those
I
fucking
don't like
things.
them. I can do without it. Just
my
give me the blanket.
grandma one time, because I don't like to sleep under those, I was sleeping on top of one, and she said to me, oh, don't do that, you're TT. And I said, what's TT? And she said, trailer trash. My grandma was like,
I've
you're
been called trailer trash so many times.
My grandma was like, that's trailer trash. You need to sleep under. And I was like, I don't agree with that. I'm not sleeping under this sheet. I will be sleeping on top of it. Thank you.
Do you
my
remember the throwback to when we used to like do like the like for a to be honest
Oh,
or
hell
like
fucking yes.
like and I'll put a picture on your page that describes you.
Yeah, or like I'll rate you.
My fucking dumbass did that one day with one of these bitty bops that I went to school with.
Oh, God.
And it was like for like a picture on your page. And they put a picture of the local trailer park on my Facebook page and like called me white trash. It was a picture of that and a picture of a cardboard box. And
I
they were
would
like,
love to pull up.
This is where you live.
Like, okay, well,
I was
like why don't you pull
should
up?
I crash out now?
Yeah.
I would kill myself
like,
on sight.
Yeah, that's
You would not see me in school on Monday.
Yeah, I am.
I was like,
It's a no
trailer
for
trash,
me.
but I can fight.
Yeah, I got
I can
hands for
fight.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking
my
of
God.
hands, one of the Banter Box's responses that I got said that someone's ick was dirt under the fingernails.
Yeah.
What about
I'm the opposite. Here's my
what
thing.
about espresso? Under
One
the-
of my icks
fingernails?
is a dude that has a very manicured hands. Like I like a dude
yeah.
that's got rough and
Yeah.
tumble, hardworking hands.
No.
I don't want your little bitch manicure fingers. Like I can't. Like if
I
your
understand,
hands look
yeah.
more feminine than mine, like we cannot be together immediately.
I understand. I actually, this is probably speaking of hands as well. Like, have you ever like seen a person, and it could be like an average normal sized person, like man, and they just have like the tiniest little hands you'll ever see.
No.
Or
Yeah.
tiny little feet. Like, yeah, it's so strange to me. I
No.
can't. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-mm.
I feel like men give me the ick over literally everything.
yeah.
You
Like,
know what's something?
I need your
They
hands.
make it pretty easy.
I need your hands to look rough though. Like look.
Yeah.
Please just
Like
like
some
let me know that you
cuts or
can like
something.
defend me
Yeah.
if my back is up against the wall.
No,
Yeah.
Because if you got no
real.
scars on your hands, I don't think you have hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
that's it.
That's
Like,
true. Yeah. I can agree with that. I also think, I don't know, like similarly, I like hairy men too.
So do I.
Like,
Yeah,
like a
same.
rough,
But I was
hairy kinda
terrified
guy.
of like facial hair on men until I was about 5 years old.
Oh, really?
Like my uncle is a truck driver and has like a big like
Beard. Oh, the
lumberjack
big beards
beard.
will scare
I
you.
would cry in the presence of anyone with a beard until I was 5.
Really?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
big beards are scary.
Didn't
Terrified
my dad
me,
had a
and-
hairy back. I didn't like the hairy back.
Yeah, that's a little scary.
Yeah, I was scared the shit out of me. Yeah.
I'm afraid
know-
that Alex is gonna get hairy back.
Are you?
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
His dad's back hairy as shit.
I feel like he would have a
Damn.
hairy back by now.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Cause you have to realize like we are like this is just like, oh yeah, we're getting older.
Yeah.
But
kind of
we
vibe.
stopped puberty, so it's not like we're gonna grow hair in any new spots.
Yeah,
that,
that's what
like,
I
we
mean.
Don't have
Yeah.
it already.
And like men don't go through like menopause, so it's not like they
Right.
grow hair.
Lucky
Like
bastards.
yeah.
True. Also, speaking of hands, people that don't wash their hands.
Oh, I'm like obsessively doing it to the point where I got eczema on my hands.
God damn. Yeah, I can't stand when a girl leaves the bathroom and I'm like,
Yeah.
huh?
Did you
What do you
wash your
mean?
hands? Yeah.
Excuse me. Also, I actually do something that, well, no, I try to avoid doing this at all fucking costs because it gives me the ick every single time that I watch somebody fucking do it. People creating content in a chill public setting with other people.
Oh,
What the fuck
like
are you doing?
Influencers in the wild type shit.
Yes, that's cringy.
No,
Yeah.
but
Icky.
listen, if I'm in somebody's living room and there's multiple of us there, why the fuck are you filming a TikTok right
Right.
now? Get
Yeah.
the fuck off your phone. Like,
Yeah.
I won't even make a fucking Instagram story with Josh in my presence. If he goes to the bathroom, I'm on my fucking phone like this.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I can't.
Alex, I do that with Alex. He's like, you're always on the phone as soon as I leave the room. I'm like, because you're gonna gross me for being on my phone
Yeah.
otherwise.
Yeah, also, you're fucking judging me. Like, I feel like I can
yeah.
feel you
I'm like, I
staring
can
at me.
literally.
I
Yeah.
can't stand it. I literally, when I used to like be a YouTuber and I would have other people in my content, I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
Every time that I would do it, I was
Yeah.
like, ugh, I'm gonna throw up.
You do gotta do what you gotta do, you know?
I know.
I feel like, yeah, and I get the ick from that too. I can't look them in the eye, but I'm like, you know what? I can't look at you, but I respect what you're doing.
Also,
that
if I
back.
like make
Like-
eye contact, I shoot like a quick smile, and I'm like, I understand because I
Yeah.
do the same thing, but I do it in the comfort of my own home and in a
Yeah.
secluded area where no one can see
Right.
me or hear me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I would ever. I would probably embarrass myself if I was ever like, "Hey guys, what's up?" Like that's
Hi,
just
guys.
not, that's
Wait,
not me.
Like,
let me tell
subscribe
you
to my
though.
YouTube channel.
Right.
No, listen, because I literally do it. The worst is when you have to do it more than once.
Oh,
Because
like,
you'll
you know,
literally
like,
start
takes.
doing a fucking story, and I'll be like, "Hey, what's going on, internet? I haven't talked to you. Fuck, I messed it up." And then I have to delete it and start. Hey, what's going on? There I go
Yeah.
again.
That whole vibe just feels so forced.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah.
But you do what you have to fucking
Yeah,
do.
if that's like the career that you choose, then like you do what you got to do. But also, social anxiety is not scared of people is scared of people like that.
Yeah.
Right.
like
I have to put on
and,
a
like,
fucking front when I
yeah.
do it every time. Imagine me at the track vlogging in public with other people there looking
Yeah.
at me.
But,
I used to
like-
get in my car.
I love that for you because I couldn't. I literally would be like profusely sweating.
I did.
Yeah,
I did.
used to like even as like a manager, like I couldn't even like comfortably like host team meetings without getting really bad anxiety.
Yeah.
Because it's like when a bunch of people are just like looking at you, I get like stage fright.
yeah.
So I have respect for people like that, but I also can understand the ick because I'm kind of like, oh, I don't want to look at you. I don't want to watch you do it. I don't.
It feels
Yeah.
different when like somebody is filming you versus when you're doing it yourself.
Yeah,
Like it feels like a
totally.
lot less self-centered and
That
like a
makes
lot
sense.
less conceited. I
Yeah.
don't know. But also like the person that used to film me would give me the ick on a regular fucking basis.
Really?
This guy that used to film me for my YouTube videos and shit. Anybody from back in the day knows exactly who the fuck I'm talking about right now. He was like obsessed with me and like literally asked my dad like, I want to ask your daughter on a date, are you okay with this? Like
Oh,
I
I
really
hate
could see
that
myself
shit.
proposing to her one day. Like also had like multiple kids and like was just girls. Like I swear
That's messy.
Whoo, I'm so glad I left California.
What did your dad
Jesus.
say?
Yeah, like what I was gonna say, like, what do you say as
My
a dad?
dad
Like, all right, like, cool, dude.
No, my dad literally tried to scare him off for me and was
I'm
like,
sure.
He was like, I don't think she's over her ex. Like anything that he could think of to scare him off. My dad was like, I don't think she's over her ex. Like, I don't know if that's a great idea for you. I'm just looking out for you, whatever. And then my dad would come and tell me exactly what the fuck was going on.
That's the right thing to do.
I have a good ick that I got in to go off of the influencer.
Okay.
It was influencer couples.
Yeah, they're hard, man.
That's cringy.
Yeah.
They're hard.
I had this
Because what are you influencing us? To be in love and spend money? Like,
Well, I've seen some influencers like have sponsorships with like sex toys. And like they like promote that. But like there's this one influencer couple that I follow on TikTok. And like they're like pretty genuine. Like they just like make rap songs that are pretty funny, like with each other. But like some of it seems forced, like especially when you put your whole relationship on the internet, because like once you're an influencer couple, now everyone feels entitled to know what's going on in your relationship.
Yeah. Like what are you like, hey guys, we had a fight the other day, we're past it now. Like, I don't know, I can't do influencer couples that do like the prank videos, because it'll be like pranking my boyfriend and like telling him that I've cheated on him and am leaving him for another man. And, like, it'll just be, like, in the car.
Right.
This person, like, absolutely, like, destroying their partner for, like, 10 minutes. And then being like, ha, just kidding.
Right.
yeah, I'm like, why are you putting yourself through that? Wait, have you guys ever seen the fucking videos where they put, like some sort of, like, something with, like, a wig on it, and then they act like they're, like, cheating on their partner, and then they just see how they react?
No, but
oh
I'm,
my
like,
God, those videos are, like, those people crash out.
Yeah, I would actually, like, be... Like, it would,
Swinging.
and then, like, if Travis like, oh, babe, I'm just pranking you, I would be like, get the fuck out.
I'd be like, literally,
No.
don't talk to me for the rest of the week,
It's
please.
so funny because Alex, I guess there's a filter on Snapchat where like it looks like you're taking a picture of a girl that's like sitting on a bed like in front of a TV. Alex went to work. He was at work for like 3 hours the other day, and he sends me a Snapchat, and it's just now I know it's just that filter, but it looked like a picture of a girl sitting on a couch like on the edge of a bed.
Were you like, who the fuck
I
is
called that bitch 4 fucking times and he didn't answer. I spiraled. I was like, I texted him. I was like, where the fuck are you? He was at work. I said, no, where the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Like, don't play stupid.
Yeah,
Where are you?
I just got the picture.
Yeah, I was like, I sent it to him. He's like, what are you talking about? I'm at work. I said, then what is this picture, bitch?
This
Like,
motherfucker.
he got your
and
ass.
then he
Good.
FaceTimed me. I said, you're lucky. And he was like, oh, like, sorry. I was like, yeah, don't ever do that again. Like, that's not funny.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I would be like I'd be like, oh, I know exactly where you are. I'm on my way there, actually.
Yeah,
right now.
literally.
Yeah.
Wait, do you guys ever get the ick from other girls?
Oh, all the time.
Same.
Oh, all the fucking time.
What's one for you?
I mean, I can't stand when like a girl. So my biggest ick is like if you have a friend, if you've ever had a friend that like low-key hates you in front of other people, I can't fucking do that shit.
Yeah.
Like I have like had friends where if they're specifically like there's like boys or like guys that they're interested in like around, like they treat me like shit around them.
Ugh.
And so like one time I had a friend who invited, like, basically I was over and she was inviting this guy over that she had been talking to.
Yeah.
And when I got there, she was like, oh, I feel like you look cuter than I do. Can you change into sweatpants?
You told me that. That's awful.
So I was like, and I'm like, okay, like, whatever, girl. Like, if that makes you feel better, like, whatever. And so I did it. But then the whole fucking time, like, everything I was saying, she was like, okay. Like, kind of doing that sort of thing. And I was like, ew,
Cringe.
dude. Like, I'm not here for him, and he's not here for me. Why the fuck am I even here? Like, I'm going home. Like, yeah. So I had, like, basically, like, a friend that, like, pretends like when like they don't like you when other people are
That's
around.
awful.
And I'll tell you what gives me the ick from girls immediately. You have about 0.2 seconds to make a decent impression when I meet you for the first time.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
If you fucking ignore me, like
Yeah.
you either
Yeah.
like, let's say you're somebody's like, let's say that Alex would have brought you to my birthday party when he first came here. If you would have
Right.
ignored me, I would have been like, I don't fucking like that girl. Don't
Right,
ever invite
right.
them over
Yeah.
here again. Why the fuck are you ignoring another girl?
Yeah.
Or even if like, let's say we're like, we go out to like a bar or a restaurant or something and like our fucking boys are boys.
Right.
Why are you fucking ignoring me? I'm not
Yeah.
saying we have to be best friends, but like at least
Yeah, that
acknowledge
gives me
me.
an ick, too.
Throw me
Yeah.
a fucking wave, a little
Right.
smile. So I know it's a fucking awkward, but like, come on, girl,
Yeah.
don't do that shit
An
because I'll
ick
talk about
girls
you.
when girls are with their boyfriend somewhere and they're like up their boyfriend's ass, like their boys, like they're trying to hang out with their boys or like in a group in a social setting and like the girlfriend is clearly uncomfortable there and so she's like up their partner's asshole.
I've seen actually like some like funny TikToks of like that girl that like doesn't actually want to be there and it's like acting like whatever.
Oh my god, yeah, and they like go over to like the pool and they're like, I don't want to be here anymore.
Exactly. But also like I've had situations like even too where like at work like girls that think that everybody wants their fucking man.
Yeah, get over yourself.
Or girls that think that everybody wants them.
No, that
even
everybody
worse.
wants them. Oh yeah,
That's
too.
worse too. Yes,
but like even worse is like when like when they think everybody wants their man.
No,
and
like
they're
get
just like
over yourself.
like I'm like literally just taking their fucking beverage like order. Girl,
No,
I'm not trying to like.
You know what's even ickier?
Yeah.
When you know that a girl is like that and then she won't let you fucking talk. Like she gets like weird when you talk to her boyfriend or like she'll order for her boyfriend so that he doesn't have to talk to you.
Icky, yeah.
I've been waiting tables and have had girls ask me and be like, why are you talking to him?
Yeah.
I'm
get
like,
the fuck out of here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
it's my fucking job. I'm getting paid. Are you paying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you paying?
Yeah.
Like,
also, like, why is he not allowed to just fucking speak?
Literally. And I've
Ew.
seen girls like that in the service industry, like out like serving tables so many times.
Yeah. It's so funky.
I don't like that shit.
Yeah. Like, I'm just trying to fucking take. Or like, there was like one time when I was like someone like it was a regular that would come in all the time, and he brought his kid, and I was like, oh, like the face that they just made looks just like they look just like you just then, and then like their partner like popped their head and was like, him looks like him. I don't see it, and got like really funky and was like, and I was like, oh yeah, like, you know, like
no
kids,
need
their
for
faces
offense.
change all the time. Like, yeah, my son looks like my partner. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
it was like,
anything.
I got a boyfriend and a baby myself. Girl, like, I had to make it known because I was like, I'm not trying to like do anything funky or weird, and now I feel awkward. Yeah.
Oh, God. I had so many responses to this banter box. I'm going to read 2 more of them. One of them was loud gum chewing, specifically as a man.
Chewing in general, chewing and breath sounds is my number one ick.
Yeah.
There have been several times where I've gone on dates with people, and as soon as I hear you chew, I'm fucking out.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm serious because I'm the motherfucker. Like, I grew up like with loud ass chewers in my family, and like I would get up from the dinner table and like go to the other room and be like, I act like my skin's crawling. Like, if you're a loud chewer or a loud breather, I can like actually cannot have you around me.
No,
like,
I understand completely. Yeah.
You know what else I hate is when people crush water bottles while they're
someone
drinking
responded
them.
that to me. no, someone really said people who squish water bottles when they drink out of them. That was going to be one of the ones that I said.
You know, Josh actually told me one the other day when I brought this episode topic up to him, and he said people that are obnoxiously loud in the gym. Like grunting. Yes. Grunting.
Ew, I don't go to the gym and I don't
slamming
want
weights.
to. That's another excuse for me to not go to the
Yeah,
gym.
fucking gross. The last one that I had was getting really bad tattoos as an adult.
One of my icks around tattoos is when people ask you if your tattoos have meaning.
Yours don't have meaning?
I mean, some of them do, but some of them are just dumb because I wanted to get them.
Yeah.
Or like, did your tattoos hurt? Or, ooh, bitch.
Just wait till you get older.
that.
Oh,
How are you
older,
gonna
I'm not
feel
gonna
when
give
you're
a
old
fuck
and
about how I
wrinkly
look.
about them? I think I'm gonna look cool as shit.
Yeah,
How
I'll look
about
cooler
that?
than you. I'll be old and wrinkly, and I got like.
And I'll be cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get off my dick.
Yeah. Exactly.
I do give myself the ick sometimes when I look at my hand tattoo and I realize that my hand is going to get wrinkly, and I'm like, oh.
No, I think it'll be great. I think it'll still look cute.
I hope so. But
Yeah.
that's the only one that I've ever actually thought about for like when I
Yeah.
get older, that I'm like, my hands are going to look like grandma's hands one day. And like, I don't know if I'm going to fuck with that.
But is the tattoo the issue, or is it just that you don't want your hands to age?
It's probably my hands. I'll be putting retinol on that shit.
Yeah,
like.
I was gonna say you start lotioning them up and stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
God. Yeah, I got to start doing the little hand glove treatments and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Well, now that we've done enough icks, I feel like I guess we could like talk about the fucking holiday that's at the end of this.
Oh yeah, Valentine's
I think
Day.
it's an irrelevant ass holiday.
Yeah.
It is irrelevant.
I'll be honest. I have had some good Valentine's days, but I just feel like I don't know. Like it. Like to me, I guess maybe I'm just like one type of person because Travis decided he liked me like 2 weeks after we spent a Valentine's Day together, basically. Like, and so our anniversary is only like very close to Valentine's
Okay,
Day. So we
same.
just do it all in one thing. I'll maybe cook them like a nicer dinner than usual, but that's kind of it. Like maybe
Josh and I literally just decided to now combine our anniversary and Valentine's Day because we started dating literally on January 31st. Which is also 2 days after his fucking birthday, by the way.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Trifecta.
Literally, I can't stand. I actually saw something on Reddit recently where like girls were talking about having like Christmas, their boyfriend's birthday, Valentine's Day, and their anniversary back to fucking back, and I was like,
Yeah.
it's not just me.
No, that's
these
too
January
much.
motherfuckers be doing too much.
Yeah.
Seriously.
They-
But we just decided this year, like I was like, I'm giving you a fucking combination gift because I can't
Right.
like
Yeah.
use all my
But
brain
that's
power at
like
one time.
I feel like after a while, like that is appropriate. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not hating on people that get like dozens of roses for Valentine's Day. Like if that's important to you, like go off. But to me, I just don't think that I really give a fuck about it that much.
Alex and I will usually get each other like something small and go out to dinner.
Yeah.
And like that's it.
That's
Like,
it. Yeah, and
we never do anything crazy serious.
Yeah.
Like, we celebrate it. I decorate the house for Valentine's Day. That's the only way I go all out for Valentine's Day is I decorate the fuck out of my house.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
I
That's
think
it.
that's very cute that you do that for all your holidays.
I do. I
Yeah.
have
Yeah,
a
good for
bin
you.
of all of my holiday
I
decorations.
love that.
Well, I don't celebrate 4th of July because fuck the USA. To be quite honest, like I've got like a break between like Easter and Halloween.
Yeah.
where I
Yeah.
just put like flowers.
Yeah.
yeah.
But then it's like Halloween, Christmas, Valentine's Day,
Yeah.
Easter
Yeah.
is like what I really decorate
That's cute.
for.
I love
I have
that.
not gotten to the point of home ownership of decorating yet.
Really.
Yeah, no.
I don't
love
own a
it.
home.
It's-
I've never owned a home a day in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, at least you're fucking doing that though. But ever since I moved out, I've never decorated.
Because I feel like that's what makes something feel homey. So like I know that I don't have like my own home that I rent, but I make every apartment I live in like have a homey aspect to by like
Yeah.
decorating.
Yeah, I love to decorate my house. I realistically have not had the funds really to fund
Right.
like the decorating.
Dollar
that I
Tree,
would
babe.
prefer.
That's where almost all of my decorations
Yeah.
are from.
But like when I was like, especially like stay at home momming, like I could not afford even like Christmas, like too many Christmas gifts or too many like
Yeah.
Halloween gifts or anything like that. And like Travis doesn't give a fuck about
Wait,
it
who's
either.
giving Halloween gifts?
Oh no, Halloween
I was about to
decorations.
say, we can give Halloween.
No, decorations, and like Travis doesn't give a shit about holidays, so I wasn't gonna be like, hey, can I have $50 to go
Right.
to Dollar Tree
Yeah,
and get like
exactly.
Halloween decorations? So
Exactly.
but I do think that I don't know. I mean, it's a day to be like, hey, I love you, you're cool,
Right.
I
Yeah,
think-
like this is pretty fun.
yeah, I feel like it's like more a day though for people that are like new in relationships or like it's like an opportunity to like take somebody new out maybe.
Right.
But I mean, I just think it's kind of like I love Travis every other day of the year.
Yeah.
too.
yeah.
And I mean, like Alex, I feel like he gets me like little treats all the freaking time. So it's like
Yeah.
I don't need you to like get me a special treat on one day. You
Yeah.
always give me treats.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe just post a cute picture of me on the internet and keep it moving. That's
Yeah.
all I
Alex
really
has
want.
Alex has posted a picture of me on the internet once.
Really? I mean, me and him recently followed each other on Instagram, and like I think that all his posts are from like 2016.
His
aren't
last
they?
post
They
is from
literally are.
2016.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
He
take that
posted
too
an
personally.
Instagram story of me for my birthday once.
That was probably big for him too.
It was. And then he like said some heinous shit and like called me stinky, and I was like, "Fuck you."
Travis,
But like, if you know him, I'm like, you're like that's Alex.
Yeah.
Like,
Trav today, so when his phone upgraded, it like just switched my name back in his phone to Sydney Barnes, and there was no photo or anything. And I noticed it today, and I'm like, who the fuck is Sydney Barnes, bitch? And he was like, oh yeah, you know what? Like, and he like changed it on the spot, and he chose the worst photo of me like open mouth sleeping on like 0.5 camera. And I'm like, okay, like now if you are around other people and I call you,
You're fucked.
that looks worse on you because they're gonna be like, who is this ugly ass bitch?
Right.
She's hideous. And
Oh my
I was
God.
like, yeah, I guess that's just our love language though.
yeah.
But yeah, Valentine's Day is such a weird fucking holiday now, I feel like.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm like, do your thing, but it's not for me.
Like if I don't got off work,
Yeah.
like I don't really care that
Yeah.
much if I don't get off work for
Yeah,
it.
I am working on Valentine's Day this year.
Yeah, there's too many people out in the world though. Like, I don't want to fucking go out in public. What do you
Yeah.
fucking mean? I'm
Yeah,
good.
well, everybody's on like their third date on Valentine's Day, pretty much.
Yeah.
So yeah, even if you're like just trying to go out to dinner, like there's gonna be every place is gonna be mobbed, which is good. But again, I think it's just
Right.
like an opportunity for businesses to make money. So which
Yeah,
I'm
it
not
is.
complaining because I'm working for that Friday. Yeah. So have you guys ever been on like a crazy sort of like date, like not Valentine's Day, but just like any like crazy first dates or anything? I know I mentioned
I've been
one
on
earlier.
a crazy like second date.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I feel like is more crazy than a first date.
Yeah, potentially, because like how
I
did
made
we
the
get
choice
this
to
far?
come back. I made the choice to come back.
Yeah.
I've always been like really afraid of going on dates, and I technically have only been on one that with somebody that I was not dating.
Was it like a
Really?
bad date? Was it a good date?
It was like okay. I was in Canada and just like fucking trying something different. And I was like, okay, nobody here will know me, so like I'll be fine. And
Yeah.
like it was okay. But like I don't know. The first time I ever got asked on a date was this guy. This guy that like I don't even know. He was like an older guy that went to my school, and like he just was like low key kind of obsessed with me, and I think it turned me off from people asking me on dates ever since fucking then. He asked me, no, the first time I ever got asked on a date, I was asked to go to Chuck E. Cheese.
I vividly remember my first date.
Yeah, it was going to Chuck E. Cheese, which I was like, is this kid making fun of me and he's doing it as a dare because we're in school, or is he actually asking me? So that made me nervous. I never actually went. And then the second one that I was ever asked on was this guy that was like obsessed with me and just like kept asking me repeatedly over and over and over again, and I just started making excuses. Like he asked me one time, he's like, why don't we like walk to Rita's after school and then I can get you like ice cream since you like ice cream so much. And I was like, I'm lactose intolerant, I'm good.
You're
My
just
mom
like, nope.
could probably tell that story so much better than I could, but like I always just rejected dates ever since then. Like I was always just like fucking nervous. And then before Josh and I actually started dating this time around, because this is time number 3.
Yeah.
He like I think he like realized like, because I think I was shit talking going on dates at one point, so he didn't ask me. He just like picked me up from the train station with like flowers and like took me somewhere.
Yeah.
And I was like,
That's cute,
this is
though.
fucking weird.
Yeah, that's a cute like. I mean, I personally, I think anything could be a date if you put your mind to it, right?
Yeah, I feel like that too.
I mean, I've been on like some good dates that really weren't dates. Like me
Yeah.
and Trav's first date where like I picked him up and we like drove around and went to his friend's house and like,
Me and Alex's first date is crazy.
Wait, I want to hear about your second date story that was crazy.
I'll tell that after. But
Okay.
Alex and I's first date, he picked me up, and this is when I was living in South Philly, and
How did you guys meet, by the way?
Hinge.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't know
I was
that.
on Hinge and Tinder like a motherfucker my senior year,
Gotcha.
like first 3 months out of college.
Yeah.
I met Alex. We started dating in September of 2019. I graduated college in May of 2019.
Gotcha.
I went a little fucking buck wild on Tinder. But so he was just gonna pick me up and we were gonna figure out what we were gonna do. Like just gonna hang out.
Like casual.
I
kind
brought
of
this motherfucker home to meet my mom.
Oh no! Like, hey, do you want to meet my mom real quick?
I brought him home to meet my mom, my dog, my brother, and then we drove back to the city. And I brought him to an abandoned building that I fancied. Like, you want to go to the roof of a building? He's like, this bitch is gonna kill me.
No, but he still went.
He still went,
Yeah.
and it's been almost 6 years.
I love that.
And
That's cute.
Yeah, but I took him to an abandoned building and to meet my mom.
Okay.
And he probably thought I was batshit crazy.
And he was like, I love it.
Yeah, and like
I'm
we just
into it.
like haven't stopped hanging out since. He never actually asked me to be his girlfriend. We just never stopped hanging
Yeah,
out.
you know, similarly, me and Travis, like, I mean, he did eventually like ask me to be his
Right.
girlfriend, but like really, like one day he just like stayed over my house for the first time, and then like it would get like longer increments of him staying over,
Right.
and then
Yeah.
eventually he just like never left.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
we officially moved in together, but like we were kind of living together anyway.
Right,
unofficially.
exactly.
You know, oddly enough, that actually kind of similarly happened to me and Josh. So, like, even though I was living in California, I had come to New Jersey just to, like, be here for the holidays, whatever. And I was on a phone call with my friend Rainbow. And then she's like, I feel like you have a type. And I was like, girl, if you saw my fucking dating history, you would be like, there is not a singular fucking thing in common about any of these fools
Yeah.
that you've dated. And so we were like going through my like dating history, and she was like pulling everybody up on Instagram, and I pulled up Josh because Josh was the first person I ever dated. And I was like, I wonder how that motherfucker's doing. She's like, you should DM him. I was like, oh, he's got a private account. And I followed him anyway. I was like, click. He followed me back, and I was like,
He was like, there she is.
yeah.
I
One of us
love
was
her.
like, I'm not gonna pretend like I didn't see that. So we sent like an upside down smiley face and a waving emoji, and fucking sent novels after that shit, just
That's
back and forth.
cute.
So then I was supposed to leave town like 2 days later, and I was like, hey, I know this is like really sudden, but I'm supposed to be leaving town in like 2 days. Let me know if you would want to meet up beforehand and like I can like come by and we can hang out, whatever, just talk and catch up, because like I don't fucking like texting and I have to scroll 3 times to finish your message right now. Josh is a yapper, I'll know that. So then I came over to his house, we hung out, and I was like, am I getting a vibe right now? I go back to California, he's FaceTiming me every single day. I was like, okay, what's happening here? Then he invites me to his birthday. I had just fucking left, like less than a week ago. And he was like, oh yeah, my birthday's coming up. I don't know if you're going to be in town. I made myself in town. I was like, yeah, I actually just got a call to fly to New York for a job. I did not have a fucking job in New York. I did not. So then
That's great.
Flew here. I actually ended up getting a job in New York. So flew here, and my mom texted me and she's like, you're not going to believe this shit. And I was like, what? She's like, I have COVID. And I was supposed to be staying with her. Oh. I was like, fuck. So then called Josh soon I landed from the airport, and I was like, my mom has COVID, so I don't know where I'm staying, just so you know, but like I will be at your birthday party.
Yeah.
He's like, why don't you just come straight here? And I was like, and stay at your house? He's like, yeah. I was like, I was supposed to be here for like 2 weeks. He's like, yeah, that's fine. I was like,
he loved. He told me
he loved me before he actually asked me out.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. And like that
Clearly,
was it. I fucking had my suitcase here, and then I think I left to go back to California for like 2 weeks, and then I was like, I'm going back.
Oh my god,
that's so cute though. I love that. Yeah, that's a cute little story.
I mean, and like we were comfortable because like we've known each other since we were in 5th grade, you know. So like it was like fine, but like it's still. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's cute though. I love that.
Yeah.
Do you have any crazy date stories, Sid?
Yeah. Okay, I have a ton. I have so many, but I'll tell one. So one time I went on a date with this guy who, at the time I was living in central Jersey, so I was living like an hour away, okay? And me and him were like internet like friends for a while, like not really like friends, but like you ever have just like those random people that like you have mutuals with and you're just like friends with them on Facebook.
Yeah. Yes.
Never met him or anything, but like every once in a while we would just like comment back and forth. So he ended up asking me on a date. Never had met him. He drives an hour north to pick me up. And then it's like, and we'll go to the aquarium, Camden Aquarium. So he drives an hour north to pick me up and then drives an hour back to his area to take me to the aquarium, okay? And I was like, oh, that's like so sweet that he would do that, right? In theory. Well, like, there were just like so many different little like icks that happened throughout the date where I was like, this guy's so nice, but I just like am not attracted to him. I'm not into him. Like, I just couldn't do it, right? But I felt like comfortable around him. I just was like, oh, this guy's like more of like a friend vibe. And I clocked it right away. But, you know, anyway, we went on the date. It was fine. The date itself wasn't anything crazy. But then I fell asleep on the drive back. Important to note, right? And then, so he drops me back off at my house. He's like, oh, I'll walk you to your door. And I don't want to kiss him. So I'm like, okay. And we're like standing at the door. And I'm like, yeah, so, like, you could, like, kiss me on the cheek if you want. Like, I don't really, like, kiss people on the first date. And he was like, oh, okay. So I let him kiss me on the cheek. I ran inside. And then I'm like, oh, fuck, I don't like this guy. And he's, like, so into it. So he texts me when he gets home this big, long spiel about how he, like, really liked me and he really had a good time. And I'm like, ugh. So I tell him, I'm like, hey, man, like, you're so nice, but I'm not really into it.
Yeah.
So there's nothing worse than having to tell a really, really nice guy that you're not into them.
And unfortunately, maybe I'm a fucking bitch, but that's happened to me a lot. I might be it's happened to me a lot where I just like wasn't really into it. Like I was always very picky. Like I've gone on a lot of dates with guys, but I never really ever made it past the first date because I just would get the ick.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the reason I'm bringing this up is because the crazy part is that it took me like months to get rid of this fucking guy.
No.
He was messaging me. Oh my God. Like I told him I wasn't into him. He was messaging me like every day, like novels and novels and novels. Like as if I ripped his heart out of his chest. Got to the point where I had to end up blocking him, but he told me that he knew that I actually liked him and that I was just self-sabotaging. And the reason he knew that is because I fell asleep on the drive back to his or on the drive back to my house, and I wouldn't have done that if I didn't feel comfortable and safe with him.
That's wild.
And that must have meant that I felt safe with him and comfortable with him and that I liked him.
That's
and
wild.
And he was just stuck on that. And he just, every time I would be like, I'm really sorry, but I'm just not into you, dude. He would just like basically tell me like, I know you actually are. And I would be like, I'm not, dude. Like, I'm fucking not. Like, stop trying. It was so weird. And then I ended up having to be an asshole. And then, funny enough, and then, of course, like, I ended up having to block him. But funny enough, like, a couple years ago, I have, like, mutual friends with him. I was at a show with Trav, and one of my friends was, like, in a group of people with him, and I was like, oh, and he just kept, like, death glaring me, and I was like, oh, and Travis caught it, and he was like, why does this guy keep fucking looking at you?
But then it's like, why do I gotta be a villain now just because I tried to get you to leave me alone? I tried to do it nicely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you
Fucking
wouldn't let me.
that.
But
like,
that is very much a common theme with men. Men cannot accept rejection from women very well. And I think that, like, it ended up being like the typical nice guy situation where, like, you're not a fucking nice guy, actually.
Right.
No.
Like, you're a nice guy, but, like, how nice can you be when you're like, oh, it's always the fucking nice guys that get the shitty end of the stick and blah, blah, blah. Like, are you actually a nice person, or are you putting on a facade because you're just trying to, like, whatever? So that goes to show me, like, okay, clearly dodged a bullet there. Then there was, like, another guy I was seeing for, like, 6 months. And I got the ick from him, and I had a really, really, like, crazy date with him one time, where, like, probably shouldn't put this in there, but, like, he was, like, borderline, like, sexually me, and I didn't really know what was happening at the time. But then after that, I still hung out with him because I didn't really, just, like, you don't learn about consent really until presently.
So
I didn't really know
I didn't
what was
realize
happening.
I was sexually assaulted until I graduated college.
There were situations
same.
where same, and I was like, kind of like, okay. So I stayed hanging out with this guy when I definitely fucking shouldn't have, and that.
I feel like we should also leave this in because that's so common that girls get sexually and they don't ever fucking realize it until years later.
I guess you could leave it in, like, or like sexually harassed, even like
sexual harassment. I would say definitely.
It's just like you don't really know, like you don't know what's happening, and you think that this person like likes you, and blah 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 blah.
And you're like, I'm kind of talking to them, so does it really
like,
count?
And they wouldn't, they wouldn't do that to me. They like this,
like this isn't how they meant it.
But then,
you can also be sexually harassed by your partner and not even realize it. Like that's a huge thing that people don't realize. I had a situation like that in high school.
Yeah, no, it sincerely happens. Yeah, like, or like when you just like are not interested in like a sexual thing. And they just, but it's like I was kind of like, why do I suddenly feel like very unsafe with this person?
Right.
And it was just kind of never the same after that. But like, yeah, basically like a romantic night turned like really uncomfortable.
That's really awkward.
Yeah.
Have you had people go to like an extreme length to talk to you if you block them?
Yeah, the fucking guy.
I'm glad I didn't send it with that.
Dude, oh god, and he probably watches this shit now.
He will be now.
He's probably
Why did you even tell him that we had a podcast?
I didn't. He followed me on Instagram.
You can see it on
How did he find you on Instagram?
That's how he found me, girl. He found me through my fucking job, I'm pretty sure.
I had somebody that was completely fucking obsessed with me that hacked my old Instagram account to talk to me, and they actively still try to talk to me from that Instagram account.
Crazy.
Yes, because I fucking blocked them on everything else. Like literally, like so, just like hyperly obsessive.
Yeah,
just like sending me fucking roses.
I'm calling the cops.
Literally, what the fuck are you doing? Like God, yeah, that was scary. Hopefully they don't come out of the fucking woodworks after this.
Not even that. I got one better. I'm sending my fucking brother to your crib.
Yeah.
Like, get off my dick.
I had to have,
yeah, that's true. Well, I can't send my brother to the crib because he'll just be like, hey, can you please stop doing that?
No, my brothers are fucking riders.
Yeah.
Like, my brothers go so hard.
Really?
Yes.
My brother would be like, hey, can you not do that anymore? Oh, no. Oh, okay. Sorry to bother you. Sorry, man. No worries.
No, like
it didn't work out. He's still gonna do it. Like that would be that kind of vibe. But yeah, he was like relentless. Yeah.
I had somebody one time. Actually, you know what? I've gotten some fucking crazy direct messages talking about like just somebody like following me and trying to talk to me from a blocked account on my own. I've gotten some fucking wild direct messages from people. I'm still getting them right now. I have one person that's calling me a MILF every fucking time I post a picture. And I'm like, can you fucking leave me alone? I literally post shit with my boyfriend.
My mom. mom. You're my mother.
Literally.
I'm your child.
Yeah, I fucking don't understand.
I would just start clowning people.
I was like stalked though. If we ever want to get into that.
Yeah.
Oh, I do want to get into that one day in the podcast.
Yeah.
I had one person that reached out to me. I remember I was with my best friend Tiara, and this person reached out to me because she took a video of me walking from my grandparents' house to get into her car, and I had sandals on. And this guy was like, "I will pay you $5,000 for those sandals."
Bitch, I'm sending it.
I should have fucking done it, but I didn't even realize that like foot fetishes were like a thing.
Yeah,
then.
they're a thing.
So I had no idea what this fucking guy was
But the
talking
way
about.
that's like violating your sense of safety.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
why are you videotaping?
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah, no, was it the guy?
No, my friend was videotaping me getting into her car.
you.
Yes,
Okay. But I
like,
thought you meant that he videotaped you. I was about to be like,
no,
we got bigger issues.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, that's a little different.
no, thankfully not.
But you know
yeah.
what? People probably do that shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I had people find where I lived because of my YouTube channel. It was fucking scary,
Oh,
dude.
that's
I'm so
horrifying.
paranoid when I'm filming now.
Yeah.
Like, I won't even. You guys have probably even noticed in the podcast if we ever mention the name of a town, that part gets cut.
Yeah.
every time.
It should get cut.
Yeah, I fucking don't.
Yeah.
I need to hear about your second
My
date.
second date.
It's driving me
This
insane.
shit was crazy. I mean, I guess it was crazy. Not really. I mean, I feel like my life has prepared me for that moment.
Yeah.
But, like, I went on this. It was a second date, and we went to this like local like dive bar, like just like a VFW type beat, and we came back to his house before I left, and we were sitting on the porch smoking cigs, smoking blunts, whatever. He looks at me. He goes, "I have to tell you that I'm on parole." I said,
Oh,
interesting.
Cute.
Like, what we do.
Yeah,
Like,
a little bit.
he's like, so I'm schizophrenic. I said, oh,
okay.
okay. Am I in danger?
Yeah,
Like, are we
yeah.
good here?
Yeah, are we like medicated?
Right,
Taking
like,
care of
well,
that?
where are we at with all this? He's
Yeah.
like, no, like, I thought someone was breaking into I thought something was happening to my neighbor, and I broke in their house and, like, crawled in their window. I was like, oh, okay.
Okay.
Never hung out with him after that.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I was like, yeah,
And
all of
then,
a sudden.
did we get a third date after that
all
case?
of a sudden, I think my mom's calling. I think I
Yeah.
gotta go. Like,
Oh, that's
I
so
don't know.
scary.
I'm too high.
Yeah.
Like, something's not vibing.
Fuck no.
Gotta go.
But like also
Like-
like the scariness once receiving that information when you are high is
Receiving it when you're high and receiving it when you've already been, like, on a date with someone and been like, how did I not know this? Like, that is not,
Yeah.
like...
Also, why are you telling me this now? Because you
Right.
trapped me here. Like,
Right,
how am I
like-
getting home?
Yeah, that's scary.
I'm like, what, did you think there was someone hiding in the basement? He's
Yeah.
like, essentially.
Yeah.
I said, ooh.
Oh,
That's a
God.
little tricky to navigate, ain't it?
Yeah.
Like,
Tricky is the good
not
word.
saying that, like, mental health is, like, something that you shouldn't date someone for, because
No,
obviously,
for sure.
like, but, like,
But I need full disclosure
when you
prior.
tell me schizophrenia and parole in the same sentence,
Yeah, that's
I
all right.
think that
like a little bit
it's
of a
time
red
for me to
flag.
go.
like, it's time to exit.
Yes, I have
and
to
like
go.
that, to emphasize on what you're saying, like people with schizophrenia deserve to be
Right,
in relationships and
absolutely,
in love.
absolutely.
But yeah, you got to take care of that shit
But, like,
because there
also-
are scary situations.
But
that
also
come from
Schizophrenia
that.
can be fucking crazy.
Yeah,
Like,
100%.
I had a client that was schizophrenic this year that pulled a gun on me.
No, put that shit in your bio.
Yeah.
Please, put that shit in your bio because
Yeah.
I need to know what the fuck I'm getting into.
I'm the first one to tell a motherfucker I'm bipolar. Because
Yeah.
if I get crazy, you gotta know why.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
and I
100%.
appreciate that person giving me like the, hey,
Yeah.
this is what the deal is. But like,
But don't start with I'm
Yeah.
on parole.
like,
yeah.
what did we do?
Yeah, I would probably not have led with I'm on parole. I would
It's
have
not
led
what
with,
you
hey,
say,
I'm
it's how
on
you
parole.
say
I
it.
don't have a problem with parole. I got plenty of family members, friends that are
Yeah.
felons.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I always say, like, I saw a post on this that, like, I got friends with degrees, felonies, and LLCs, and I love them all equally.
Yeah.
Very true. Very, very fucking true.
Very true.
Very true. But is my safety threatened?
Yeah.
Because I used to not give a fuck about my safety. I used to hop in any situation with any motherfucker.
Yeah, let me tell you what.
And looking back, I'm lucky to have my life.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my
because
God.
I
There's so
many
really put
situations-
myself in some shitty,
Yes.
shitty situations
With
men,
with-
especially.
Yes. Like, why was a grown man picking me up when I was 17 years old, and I'm like, "Oh, mom, I'm going to sleep over at my friend's house. Bye." And like,
why
I'm
am I
like-
in a room full of people on ketamine and they're swinging guns around the room?
Okay.
Like,
Hold on, that's a little different than
crazy.
my example.
I've been through some shit.
Yeah,
where,
you know
like,
what, Casey? I would say yours is a little worse. Maybe.
Crazy.
Maybe,
Like, why am I
perhaps.
here? I ended
Mama
up in
Bear,
the back
get
of
her.
motherfuckers' cars.
Get her, Mama Bear.
Yeah.
I have put myself in people's cars that I don't know.
Oh no,
like,
same for that. Yeah, but ketamine and guns is a little
Crazy.
different, babe.
Crazy.
Yeah.
College was a wild time.
Yeah, well, I'm glad that we're good. I'm glad you're here.
I mean, nothing bad happened.
Yeah, thank God.
We all made it out.
Yeah.
Casey's here. She's alive and she's
My
safe.
butthole was clenched the entire time,
fucking
but
bet.
like,
Dude, we need to make a collaborative video of your podcast episodes and how many times the word butthole is. But it just needs to be like a compilation video of all the times butthole is.
I agree. I
Yeah.
agree. I feel like I need to take the steering wheel back in this episode because it's getting a little wild.
That's you, Bree.
Yeah, we love you so much. Thank you so much for listening to
welcome.
Girls vs. World. We'll see you next Tuesday.
See you. Bye.
Okay, wait. Let me be honest with you. That's crazy. No way. I would have never guessed. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Ketamine and guns is crazy.
crazy.
That's actually
It was
bonkers.
after the bar. We had all come back from the bar one night. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning.
And alcohol was involved.
We
too.
were all plastered.
Oh, girl.
We were all plastered. I was with my friend, and we were all smashed in this fucking trap house. And
I'm still recording. I don't give a fuck.
we were in a trap house, and this kid comes in the room, and he's tweaking on ketamine. And this motherfucker that pulled up that was also on ketamine, he was like just holding his gun in his hand, like talking with his hands with the gun in his hand. Like, and it was a Glock, no safety on Glock. Like, and I'm just like, he's swinging, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. And I'm like, grab my friend Pete. I was like, yo, we gotta fucking go, bro.
Yeah.
Like, this is not okay. Everyone's too fucked up for
Yeah.
this. Like, I don't know how we made it out alive.
Yeah,
Get the
that's
fuck
actually
out of here.
bonkers.
Oh my god.